Hey there, travel pros, ticket warriors, hospitality leaders, and live event architects. Welcome back to Tickets to Travel, the business of travel experiences. I'm your host, Mario Bedwine, and this episode marks a huge milestone for Tickets to Travel. We've officially crossed 110,000 downloads across 46 episodes. That's right, it's kind of mind-blowing. But what started out as a show for curious industry insiders has grown into a global community that spans tour managers, tech founders, travel planners, venue developers, and many, many more of you who are just interested in tickets and travel. Thank you for being a part of all of this. Whether you're streaming this from your corner office, a rental van outside a festival, or a security line at JFK, this podcast is for you. So can't thank you enough. Very grateful for the opportunity to bring our voice to all of those who look for this type of content. So today we're bringing you a summer 2025 wrap up. It's not really a wrap up. It's July, but there's just so much going on, so many things to cover, like the biggest shifts, surprises, and stories across travel, ticketing, and live experiences. Just in time for your Q3 planning and pitch decks. So get ready. Here's what's lined up. We'll start with the rise of shoulder season travel and why Europe in September is now outperforming July. Then we'll dive into cybersecurity chaos in the skies and what June's airline meltdowns mean for the traveler experience. You'll hear how concerts like Oasis, Coldplay, and Blackpink are turning cities into billion-dollar pop-up economies. We'll break down the latest immersive residencies at Las Vegas' Sphere, explore the high impact of sports travel around FIFA's Club World Cup and MLB's All-Star Weekend, and look at how the startup VENU, led by J.W. Roth, is reinventing the luxury venue game, from Colorado Springs to the Southeast. And yes, there's a big legal subplot too. We'll unpack the federal indictment of Oakview Group's Tim Lewicki and what it could mean for how future arenas and partnerships are built. It's been a big month, so let's get into it. Shoulder season travel, a smarter strategy for 2025. What was once a fringe idea is now mainstream. Shoulder seasons have officially overtaken peak summer months as travelers' favorite European travel window. Intrepid Travel, one of the world's largest experiential tour operators, recently revealed that 55% of their European bookings in 2025 landed in April, May, or September, overtaking traditional June to August travel in Europe. And it gets even more dramatic. Portuguese shoulder season bookings now represent a whopping 64%, while Italy's has soared 166% year over year, with peak season travel down 72%. Here's why. Heat and over-tourism have peaked. Southern Europe suffered record-breaking temperatures this June, think 46 degrees Celsius in Portugal, triggering health warnings and mass tourist protests. If any of you have vacationed in Europe during the summertime, I always sort of sat there and said, why? Why would you do this to yourself? There's no air conditioning anywhere, and there's lines, and it's hot. It's like going to Disney World in the middle of the summer, which, no offense to Disney, it's not fun. So not really a shock that this new trend has shifted. Another reason, cost-sensitive travelers. With rising travel costs, more people are choosing milder months that offer both affordability and better availability. Makes sense to me. Local support and small group travel, tour operators are redesigning trips, shifting to evening visits at sites, small group experiences, and promoting less traffic locales. Similar to what John Skogman was talking about in our episode about Lost in Travel, it's the off the beaten path. Most people have already been to a lot of these major destinations, but where else can you go? What's going to stand out? What's going to be different than a normal vacation to, let's say, Paris or Milan? You want to get that shareable, interesting content, and I think that these takeaways are reflecting that. From a travel professional standpoint, this shift is a game changer. It's your chance to craft high-value off-season offers, Mediterranean hikes on cooler mornings, wine tastings in empty Chianti cellars, spa stays without lines, instead of competing for inflated rates during July's insanity, early bird summer inventory, spring and fall escapes. Sign me up. That makes just way more sense. Tired of overpriced tickets and sketchy promoters? Discotheque is your personal nightlife concierge. Discover guest lists, discounted tickets, and VIP tables in cities around the world. Whether you're booking EDC in Vegas or a yacht party in Croatia, Discotheque gets you in with over 1.9 million downloads and real-time push alerts for the best deals. Save money, party smarter. Download Discotheque on iOS or Android today. Why feed more profits into billion-dollar ticketing giants? Humanitix is flipping the model, using booking fees to support global education, healthcare, and equality. It's ticketing that puts people and the planet first. With Tickets for Good, not greed, we've already donated over $10 million. And we're just getting started. Join the change at humanitix.com. Next up, airline cyber disruptions. June taught us a hard truth. Chaos can come from code, not clouds. The cybersecurity group Scattered Spider, the same outfit behind the Uber, MGM, and government email hacks, turned its lens on aviation, hitting Hawaiian Airlines and WestJet with disruptive breaches. WestJet publicly confirmed internal outages. Hawaiian quietly acknowledged IT damage impacting reservations, though flights continued unaffected. Needless to say, the result was passenger frustration and operational mayhem. Call centers offline, mobile apps failing, delayed bookings, and the most cringeworthy moment, Hawaiian issuing its statement via a Gmail account. More concerning, this isn't an isolated incident. Axios highlighted how Scattered Spider is zeroing in on transportation and logistics. Turning vacation planning systems into cyber targets, the FBI is now treating aviation as an active crime domain. Travel pros, take note, resiliency isn't optional. Here's what to act on now. Mandate cyber due diligence from partners. Ask your suppliers about MFA, third-party risk scanning, and incident response plans. Invest in communication playbooks. Schedule automatic traveler updates, create hotlines, and build FAQs and status web pages into your itinerary packages. Include buffer clauses for tech downtime in contracts. Call it digital disruption insurance. The bottom line? Travelers may not feel infrastructural headaches, but they definitely see delayed bookings. It squarely lands on the brand that booked it for them. So keep all of these things in mind as hackers and cybersecurity concerns may become more commonplace when it comes to travel and entertainment. Let's shift gears a little bit to music tourism meeting economic power. Just a quick note, but if you think concerts are just a ticket sale, you're missing a tsunami. Scotland alone expects $324 million, or pounds, in concert travel revenue this year. Oasis, back reunited, is bringing in nearly £80 million from Edinburgh gigs. Add Coldplay's ecotourism hotspots in Nordic countries, and you have a travel playbook built on playlists. And with that said, let's talk a little bit about Las Vegas. And no, not just the buffet lines and blackjack tables. I'm talking about the Sphere, which continues to redefine what we even mean when we say venue. It's not just a place you go to see a show, it's where your senses go to be hijacked in high resolution. Now entering its second summer, the Sphere has officially cemented its place in the travel experience economy. This isn't a gimmick. It's 17,600 seats of immersive storytelling and a 580,000 square foot LED canvas wrapping you in 16K visuals. Directional sound that feels like it's whispering into your soul, and a venue layout that has more in common with a spaceship than a traditional concert hall. And right now, it's the Backstreet Boys. It's Backstreet, and they're back. Not just in the name, but in the surround sound spectacle. The Backstreet Boys Into the Millennium Residency is running weekends through late August, and it's doing more than just tugging on Y2K nostalgia. It's a masterclass in how to blend pop legacy with future-forward production. Each show is packed with 25 songs, including deep cuts, B-side favorites, and a few emotional ballads. And of course, there are anthems like Larger Than Life and I Want It That Way, delivered not just with harmonies, but with synchronized visual effects and 360 motion reactive staging. That makes every seat feel like it's front row. Ticket prices started in the $115 range and surged depending on availability, but last-minute inventory is now dipping to the mid-130s. A sweet spot for fans looking for value inside one of the most advanced entertainment environments ever built. Anecdotally, one fan described the finale as so emotionally overwhelming that I forgot I was in Las Vegas and thought I had ascended. Honestly, that's the Sphere for you. And for travel sellers, this is where the real opportunity lies. We're not just talking about a show, we're talking about destination packaging, premium hotel partnerships, pre-show dining, backstage tour add-ons, branded merchandise bundles, and post-show spa treatments, VIP lounge access. It's not just a concert, it's a curated trip. And with upcoming Sphere residencies from Chase and Status, Zac Brown Band, and another legacy act yet to be announced, rumors are swirling, the product is evergreen. Travelers will fly across the country or the world for experiences like this. The key is to build the right bundle and meet them where they are, emotional, excited, and ready to spend. Now let's talk a little bit about sports travel. From Club World Cup to Formula One, summer's biggest movers. Now, let's pivot from those harmonies to horsepower. It's been a huge month for sports travel, and it's not just about FIFA. Yes, the 2025 FIFA Club World Cup, hosted across the U.S., delivered serious impact. $9.6 billion in estimated tourism spend, surging hotel rates, and fans flooding New York, LA, and Atlanta, in numbers usually reserved for political conventions or Taylor Swift tours. But we also saw another standout, Formula One in the UK, where the British Grand Prix at Silverstone brought in over 400,000 attendees over the race weekend. That number doesn't just make it the biggest F1 event this year, it puts it on par with global mega events in terms of ticketing scale and tourism significance. Hotels were sold out across Northamptonshire, restaurants booked weeks in advance, and private transfers into the circuit were operating at full throttle. Literally. And this isn't a one-off. For fans and travel planners, the F1 calendar is now a global tourism roadmap. Coming up in just a few weeks, we've got Spa-Francorchamps in Belgium, one of the most picturesque circuits on the calendar. In September, F1 returns to Monza, Italy, where motorsport tradition and Milanese luxury collide. And of course, all eyes are already on Singapore, September 21st, and Las Vegas in November, which promises to be a wild intersection of neon night racing and niche hospitality packages priced north of $10,000 per person. For travel professionals, the takeaway is simple. F1 fans don't just attend races, they curate journeys. The target audience is high-spending, experience-driven, and increasingly international. Think private paddocks tours, meet and greets with drivers, pre-race yacht cocktails in Monaco, or so packages tied to the weekend. The smartest brands in travel are already locking down allocations, securing early access partnerships, and developing VIP itineraries around Grand Prix weekends. If you're not in the F1 conversation yet, you're already behind the curve. But wait, there's more. Sports travel delivered fireworks in this month. The FIFA Club World Cup, hosted across the U.S. cities, brought in a staggering $9.6 billion in tourism spend. Hotel rooms rates jumped 45 to 74%. But hold on, visa delays and CBP gatekeeping kept a chunk of international fans grounded. One UK supporter joked that immigration checks felt like tougher defenders than the sport itself. At the same time, MLB's All-Star Game in Atlanta set Airbnb and rooftop bars booking ablaze. Hotel occupancy surged 500% year over year. Whether it's soccer or baseball, premium events are magnets, and they're demanding travel professionals to step up their games to include stadium-side experiences in all of their offerings. From Vegas to Seoul, Blackpink's Deadline Tour is rewriting playbooks again. After LA's 100,000-strong stadium show, Bangkok's stop generated an estimated $900 million in tourism impact. In Seoul, fans camped out for 48 hours pre-show with literal survival kits, snacks, portable chargers, fan trivia, and more.
Take your travel distribution business to the next level by connecting to Victory Live, the platform with billions of dollars in professional sports, live events, and theater inventory, including iconic Broadway productions, Las Vegas spectaculars, and global entertainment experiences. From chart-topping concerts to the world's biggest festivals like Coachella and Tomorrowland, to thrilling sports events like the Super Bowl and UEFA soccer matches, Victory Live connects you to the events that deliver maximum engagement. With global content sourced directly from rights holders or approved ticket broker inventory, Victory Live can also serve as your channel manager for live event ticketing, offering net rates, seamless API connectivity, and white label solutions for seating maps and ticket sales. Our B2B portal ensures travel agents have the tools and the support they need to thrive. Visit victorylive.com today for more information, and don't forget to tell them that Tickets to Travel podcast sent you. Attention sports fans, teams, and leagues, whether it's the season opener, playoffs, or the championship game, BookSeats.com makes getting there a breeze. With BookSeats, you can customize your ultimate sports travel package by bundling game tickets, flights, and hotels, all in one easy-to-use platform. No hassle, no stress. Just you, the team, and the game day excitement. For professional sports organizations, BookSeats.com offers B2B solutions to create exclusive fan travel packages, increase fan engagement, build loyalty, and make every away game feel like home field advantage with professionally curated travel experiences. From diehard fans to professional leagues, BookSeats.com is your go-to partner for game-changing travel. Visit BookSeats.com today and make your next sports trip unforgettable. BookSeats, your all-access pass to the ultimate sports travel experience.
This is Travel Plus Community Chemistry. Imagine building trip packages that include merch, pre-drops, beauty lounge access, group table service, and even fan shuttle services. This isn't fandom, it's a movement and your sellable product, travel pros. Let's talk a little bit about venues. New ones. Enter VENU without the E. Founded by fan-first veteran J.W. Roth, this brand new hospitality and venue startup is going live. VENU builds luxury, multi-venue campuses like the Ford Amphitheater in Colorado Springs and a partner-tier alliance with Aramark and Billboard. All with a fan-founded, fan-owned model, each venue includes upscale concepts like luxe fire suites, private clubs, and on-site high-end food and beverage offerings. And they're just beginning. Venues in Oklahoma, Texas, and Georgia are launching into 2026. What's Roth's goal? To combine real estate, hospitality, and community in a venue product that's built with fans in mind. Fans can even buy fractional ownership in fire pit suites. It's a bold fusion of property purpose and premium. And frankly, we need more of this disruptive thinking in live event travel. We're going to close today's episode with a story that isn't flashy, but could quietly shape the future of how the live event industry does business, particularly in North America. On July 9th, Tim Lewicki, co-founder and CEO of Oakview Group, OVG as it's known, was indicted by the U.S. Department of Justice for allegedly conspiring to rig the bidding process for a publicly funded arena project in Texas. The charges claim Lewicki and executives at OVG coordinated with competitors to manipulate bids, eliminate competition, and secure venue contracts through unfair means, a direct violation of federal antitrust laws. If convicted, Lewicki could face up to 10 years in federal prison, and OVG has already agreed to pay $15 million in fines. Another company allegedly involved, Legends Hospitality, will pay a separate $1.5 million fine. This is no slap on the wrist. These are serious consequences for two of the most powerful players in venue management and sports entertainment infrastructures. For context, OVG is the powerhouse behind Climate Pledge Arena in Seattle, Acrisure Arena in Palm Springs, and more than a dozen other premium live event venues. They partner with sports teams, municipalities, and content rights holders across the country. Until now, OVG has been considered one of the only legitimate competitors to the Live Nation Ticketmaster duopoly. And Lewicki was the architect of that challenger brand. Which brings us to the big question: what now? This case has a major implication on the live events ecosystem. First, it calls into question the transparency and ethics of public-private partnerships in venue development. As cities and states increasingly compete to attract sports teams and premium content, the bidding process for arenas has become a high-stakes game, and now a very public liability. Second, it puts pressure on Live Nation, who, despite not being named in this case, will now face renewed scrutiny over its relationship with venues, promoters, and municipalities. If OVG is under a federal microscope, it's only a matter of time before others are too. And third, it forces the industry, especially those of us in travel, ticketing, and experience design, to rethink how we align with venues who we trust with distribution access and whether consolidation has created too much opacity for a healthy marketplace. For agents, operators, and partners working in cities where the arenas are in development, this is a wake-up call. Expect stricter compliance procedures, more transparency in procurement, and a growing divide between those who play by the rules and those who quietly don't. We'll be watching this case closely and will report back as the legal process unfolds. So what did we learn this month? July 2025. Time is flying, isn't it? We saw summer travel pivot towards the shoulder season, driven by smarter travelers looking for less sweat, less crowding, and let's be honest, less chaos. Airline disruptions reminded us that tech resilience and crisis communications are as critical as flight schedules. In the world of entertainment, we saw how music tourism is now an economic force, with acts like Oasis, Coldplay, and Blackpink generating hundreds of millions in destination revenue. We took a full tour through the sphere where the Backstreet Boys residency proves that immersive tech can turn nostalgia into a future-forward global package travel product. In sports, the FIFA Club World Cup and the British Grand Prix at Silverstone set attendance and tourism records, while F1's global calendar continues to serve as a luxury travel blueprint. Every city is now a host, every race is a tentpole event, and every fan is a potential VIP traveler. We spotlighted the launch of VENU, JW Roth's ambitious entry into the luxury venue space, blending live entertainment, private hospitality, and ownership models in the ways that could change how fans experience shows and how investors view live event real estate. And we finish with a tough but necessary look at the federal indictment of Tim Lewicki and OVG, a legal milestone that could reshape how our industry does business behind the scenes. Because as much as we love the front of the house, the lights, the music, the spectacle, it's what happens backstage, in boardrooms, and bid documents that determine how fair, accessible, and sustainable this ecosystem really is. If you found today's episode helpful, insightful, or just gave you something new to think about, please share it with a colleague or a teammate. You can find all episodes at tttpod.com or wherever you subscribe. to your podcasts. Follow us on @Tix2Travel for updates, links, and upcoming guest announcements. And as always, every ticket is a ticket to travel. Safe travels.
Attention travel and ticketing innovators. Whether you're a startup disrupting the industry or an established company ready to take your distribution strategy to the next level, Expo Travel is your ultimate partner in online travel and ticketing distribution. We specialize in helping businesses of all sizes optimize their operations, expand their reach, and unlock new revenue streams. And for startups looking to grow, we partnered with top venture capital syndicates to help you secure the funding you need to turn bold ideas into thriving businesses. From refining businesses to scaling operations and raising capital, Expo Travel is here to drive your success. Visit Expo Travel today. That's xpotravel.com for a consultation. And let's transform the way the world travels, one innovation at a time. Expo Travel, because the future of travel and ticketing starts with you.